from the land across the ocean to the land beyond the mountains. Through the Sahara, we bring on sport news, live analysis, expert discussions on trending stories in politics, business, socio-economy, sports, and documentaries. So catch all the updates on the happenings around the globe. Stay focused on the fact today, only on ATN.
History.
We are one people, all of us.
Leaders, politics.
Nobody's ambition is what
I have fought a very family.
Natural occurrence, war, and the world economy.
I belong to everybody, and I belong to nobody.
ATN covers it all on ATN Politics today.
People into country illegally. That is amazing.
Honorable
You human trafficker.
Honorable They are not picking our calls.
No agreement with you, but
Welcome back and thank you for staying with me. And now on to the rest of our stories. U.S. stock index futures edged higher on Tuesday following this year's biggest one-day drop for Wall Street's main indexes in the previous section, while disappointing forecasts from Coles and Delta stocks worries about a slowing economy. On Monday, the S&P 500 recorded its steepest one decline since December 18 on fears the Trump administration's tariff policies could spark a debilitating trade war. The tech-heavy Nasdaq also expressed its largest percentage drop since September 2022, having already confirmed the 10% correction late last week. The sell-off erased $4 trillion from the S&P 500's peak just last month, reflecting slowing consumer demand. Coles forecast a bigger than expected drop in annual comparable sales, sending retailer shares down 3%. Delta Airlines slid 8.2% after the carrier slashed its first quarter profit estimates by half as CEO Ed Bastian blamed heightened U.S. economic uncertainty. PS United Airlines and American Airlines dropped 5.6% and 3.9% respectively. The American narrative is fading. Trump's disruptive trade policies are hitting home, sparking fears of inflation and dampening sentiment on Wall Street, said Nikos Saboras, market analyst at Trado. These 2 to 3 months will remain challenging for U.S. markets, and we could see even deeper losses from here. At 7:09 a.m. European time, those E-minis were up 61 points or 0.15%. S&P 500 E-minis were up 8.5 points or 0.15%, and Nasdaq 100 E-minis were up 29.5 points or 0.15%. Futures tied to Canada's main stock index rode on Tuesday as investors took a pause after worries around the trade war with the U.S. sent the TSX to a 4-month low in the previous section. March futures on the S&P and TSX index were up 0.4% at 6:54 a.m. European time. Canada's benchmark index was dragged by declines for technology and metal mining shares on Monday as it joined the global market sell-off led by 4% slump in Wall Street's tech-heavy Nasdaq. On Tuesday, investors in most markets, including in the US and Europe, took a breather. US President Donald Trump's ever-evolving levies on key trade partners such as Canada and Mexico have triggered risks of recession for all 3 North American countries. In commodities, oil prices spared earlier losses to rise during trade, helped by weakness in the US dollar, but gains were capped as concerns mounted over potential US recession and the impact of tariffs on global economic growth. Gold prices rose, supported by safe haven flows, while attention was on US inflation data. All eyes on the Bank of Canada's monetary policy decision on Wednesday, with traders expecting the central bank to provide additional support to the Canadian economy by cutting interest rates by 25 basis points. In corporate news, Canada's alimentation Couche-Tard said it is confident there is a clear path to overcome U.S. regulatory hurdles in its proposed $47 billion acquisition of Wall Street 7 and I. Wall Street's main indexes were set for a subdued opening on Tuesday, following sharp losses on Wall Street in the previous session, while disappointing forecasts from Coles and Delta stoked worries about a slowing economy. Global markets have been gripped by a sense of risk aversion ever since President Donald Trump triggered a tit-for-tat tariff war between the U.S. and its trade partners, which analysts have said could stoke inflationary pressures and trigger an economic slowdown. The S&P 500 recorded its steepest one-day decline since December 18 on Monday, with the sell-off raising $4 trillion from the index's peak just last month. The tech-heavy Nasdaq already confirmed the 10% correction late last week, reflecting slowing consumer demand. Coles forecast a bigger than expected drop in the annual comparable sales, sending the retailer shares down 13.5% in pre-market trading. Dick's Sporting Goods declined 4.5% after the retailer forecast annual results largely low estimates. Delta Airlines slid 4% after the carrier slashed its first quarter profits estimate by half, as CEO Ed Bastian blamed heightened U.S. economic uncertainty. American Airlines dropped 1.3% after the carrier said it sees a bigger than expected first quarter loss. The American narrative is fading. Trump's disruptive trade policies are hitting home, sparking fears of inflation and dampening sentiment on Wall Street. And this is where we wrap it up on this episode of 8 in Business. Before we go and now look at our major stories, don't forget we are open for advert placements, bookings, and commercials. You can connect with us on our 8 socials, on Facebook and YouTube, Atlantic Television Network, on Instagram and TikTok, Atlantic TV Network 1, on Twitter, Atlantic TV Net, or you can watch us live on our website at www.atlanticnetwork.tv. And don't forget, peace and unity are the pathways to progress. I am Favor Chikwesri Michael. Thank you for watching.
From the line across the ocean to the land beyond the mountains, through the Sahara, we bring on-spot news, live analysis, expert discussions on trending stories in politics, business,